and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, and tell a friend. All right, y'all. On the docket today, we have Married at First Sight Australia, Season 11, Episode 17, 18, 19, and 20, the shows that aired this week. This was good. Usually I say, I just like the front and back end, but there was some filler this week in the middle that gave me a chuckle. So I also do like how they're doing it this year. We start off with a commitment ceremony. We've got junk in the middle for whatever week it is.
Right.
And then at the final episode of the week is the dinner party where it all goes down. So let's start with the commitment ceremony that we saw in episode 17. Now, this is after the fallout at that last dinner party where the muzzle your woman comment was issued, and John was having none of it. None of it.
I was calling him Johnny No Crumbs the whole time because he just eating everybody up. And he was letting everyone know, oh, I still got something for you. Don't worry. We gonna get you. We gonna get to you. I was like,
okay.
Oof.
So how about we go through all of the couples except for the two that were involved in that, leave them for last, just like if we could remember any comments from the commitment ceremony. So for these two, Andrea and Richard.
So, I mean, I get where she's coming from. She has baggage, this and that. He wasn't thinking. He was being a man. I'm sorry. It's just how we talk sometimes. And was it the appropriate setting? No. He could have cleaned it up a little bit. And I agree with Andre on that part, but and I could be wrong about this, but I do feel like she kind of overreacted a little bit. Like I said, it's all comes down to the person, their past, and things of that nature. And plus, like I said, he's a man. It's different. The communication is different. It's not an excuse. It is what it is. This is why I side mostly with her. But it seemed like they didn't have a conversation before they went on the couch. That's what I took from it, and I could be wrong.
Here's the thing, though. She has admitted to him that she was in an abusive relationship with a narcissist and didn't realize it until she saw one of these shows and saw the narcissistic behavior of one of the characters that was called out for that behavior and realized what situation she was in. So she's been in a series of abusive relationships.
I was wondering about that. That's what I wanted to ask you. Is this
it's triggered her? And she knows it too. He knows it too. And that's why I feel like I think I made a comment that it feels almost like he's not used to having relationships just like escorts. He's so flippant about their intimacy.
True.
He's so flippant and putting it all out there. And intimacy in a relationship should be private because it is disrespecting her. And what is he grousing about later on during the week? He feels like he says that she's not attracted to me anymore, but that means that she's not coughing up the sex anymore. I almost feel like sex is it for him in this relationship. He was so happy that he met somebody who was constantly banging it out with him. And okay, and I also wonder why he never calls her by her real name. It's always a nickname. You notice that?
Yes.
There's a disconnect for me with this couple.
There is. And my thing with him was this, from what I'm gathering, he's never fully acknowledged what the impact of his words on her. And I think that's why she shut down. That's what I'm taking away from these two. Like I said, from my perspective, I think she's a little overreacting. Like I got this is why I said it doesn't sound like they had a real conversation, like a deep heart to heart conversation about this. I think had they had that, he would have been so blindsided, and that's the way I feel about it. Because had she sat him down and said, "Hey, this is how I feel," blah 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 blah, laid out,
Mhm.
right? When they went on that couch and she said, "This is how I feel," there would have been no shock value to him. He wouldn't have reacted that way because he would have
Mhm.
grounds to react that way.
But later on in the week, we see that they've been trying to have these conversations, but end up in fights. And I
Right,
don't think he's getting it. I
right.
don't think he's getting it. But okay, he won. Whatever. We'll discuss that later. Next up on the couch is these two. Tristan, go home.
Yeah.
Go home. What he did on the couch, writing leave, go home. Don't give me any more about self-sabotage or anything like that. It's just a waste of
Right.
time. Go home. Go home.
Exactly.
Let's see. Hi, Tracy. Hi, love bug. So what are you saying? Hope we have gotten through this now after family and friends visit. I don't think so. I think it's gotten worse, but we'll talk about it. Yep, that was disrespectful, immature. He's definitely old enough to know better. Come on, Richie. He turned from Richie to Dickie for me. Start acting like you're Richard, sir. Hi, Farmata. Happy Friday. Okay, so next up, Eden and Jaden. Oh, they're the most perfect couple in the world. Whatever.
Okay, here's my whole thing with these two. I want to like them. I don't. Because they're giving me great value Cam and Jules, and it's not landing. It's not landing.
You heard that she's pregnant with the second baby?
No, I've been meaning to catch up on them.
Yes, they made the announcement a couple of weeks ago. Yes, she's like showing, and
Okay.
she put it on social media. So just Google it and you'll see it's a beautiful picture of her,
Okay.
as usual. But yeah, baby number 2 on the way.
And that's the
Yeah.
thing with it, like, yeah, they just give me that kind of vibe. It's like I know what you're trying to be that couple
Mm-hmm.
with your commentary. My thing is that Jayden, I like it when you're just focused on Eden, focus on that, not everybody else. And I like Eden. I want you to focus on the sisterhood, nothing else, because I don't need your commentary for everything else. You're no Jules. Shut up. I'm sorry. Jules and Cam and Jules sat in the back, sniped from the side. Said
Mm-hmm.
Jules would say what she had to say, and that was
Mm-hmm.
that on that, and she kept it moving.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Eden wants to be in the mix too much, and it's like, you're trying too hard.
Oh. Okay, so next up is this hot mess.
This
What
is
the whole hell?
no.
Who's this? Ellie and Ben.
I mean, he's a delusional narcissistic scam artist. I'm like, how do you find this all in one person?
You apply for, or worse yet, Maths Australia production finds you on one of the social medias. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He is treating this girl like a yo-yo. Having her second guessing herself. I don't even know. She keeps on saying, "You're wasting my time, you're wasting my time," but these two inevitably wind up staying. I don't know why. John says that Ben, Elias put you on notice. You have 7 days. Okay. Alrighty. These two could go for me. They really
Oh, for
could.
sure. I mean, here's the thing. What I would love to do, I would love them to reset Ellie up. 'Cause I really like Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
Ellie's issue is this: when you allow someone to speak to you in a certain way, you don't correct it right away. This is what
Mm-hmm.
you get a lot of the time. Especially if you're
Mm-hmm.
one of those people who always wants to see the good in people. No,
Mm-hmm.
some people just suck. I'll stay with my pessimistic point of view of people, and I'm going to see you as kind of middle of the road or bad until you show me otherwise. Because
Hmm.
that's just how I see it. That's just how I see it. Nah, you going to have to prove some shit to me.
I don't know. I would
Mm-mm.
have written him off right
Yeah.
away. But I guess I don't know. She is.
And
I guess she is one of those Pollyannas who want to see the best, but
but
sometimes there just isn't a best.
and I will say this for her though, and I when you take into account her whole life, she's a registered nurse. She's 32. She's not
Mm-hmm.
married.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in her, and I'm guessing in her mind, I've heard this from other women, that once you hit that like that early 30s mark, you start counting down. So, and I think in her head, she's got like maybe 3 to 5 good childbearing years left, and she's like, "Damn." But Ellie, baby, I'm glad she said this. I deserve better. I'm glad she said that. But she should kick them to the curb. But she tried to leave though.
I'm gonna tell y'all, when I hit 30, not one of them thoughts ever went through my mind. Not one of them thoughts. I just dropped it into like third gear. I was good to go now.
But see,
Um,
when I was young,
mm-mm,
I wanted kids. But then I got older. I was like, now I'm too selfish to have children. Sorry,
mm-mm,
I would never want to do that to a child. I could be
mm.
Uncle Jamal to some of my friends' kids all day, but as being a parent, no, I don't want that.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
but she, but the thing is with her, she
Mm-hmm.
wants that,
Mm-hmm.
and
He's the wrong
so,
person, though.
oh, absolutely,
Wrong person. There's a
people,
couple
you
of
know,
people on here that could have been switched around to make better couples.
yes,
Mm-hmm. Next up are these two, again, latecomers to the show, but they seem to be very into each other. He
mm-hmm,
always has his paws on her, and
mm-hmm,
she is snuggled up right under him. Again, this is Ridge and Jade. He's away from the frat boys, and he is likable,
mm-hmm.
likable, and all of a sudden the D's is gone. Thank God. He's talking in full sentences, showing that he's educated and emotionally present, and everything that this girl needs he's there for. And apparently he keeps on reaffirming to her that she is everything that he could have wanted and more. But did you notice that when they did the picture challenge, she put him first, but who was second? Jack.
Mm. Let's do that for her.
Ugh, child. Anyway, but good on them. Both of them want to stay. Lauren. Oh wait, no, we're not doing them. Let's do Madeline and Ash. Let's do
Bye,
these two.
bye.
She came
Next.
out of nowhere and was like, I want to leave. What happened? And then he had to wait till he got back to his room to say, okay, I want to go.
Right.
She already left. And she didn't need the spirits to tell him that. How much you want to bet? She cut out, like she had her bags packed and they were in that
Yep.
car waiting for her right after that ceremony. He went all the way back to the hotel, and the producers came up to him and must have said, yo, dude, Madeline left. So let's just film this, you packing up to go. We'll let you say you changed your mind, but she's
Right.
gone. She cut and run. This was not it for her. But yeah, she wrote leave, he wrote stay. So they were supposed to stay. But he got back to the hotel, thought about it, left. So they're gone. Next up, Michael and Steven. They
I don't like them.
seem
I don't like them. Here's why. And y'all may not,
mm,
for the people, y'all may not like this.
mhm.
Steven works my nerve. Like, he's been working my
He's a
nerve.
lot. He's a
He's too
lot.
much.
And during the week they have the writing the letter, saying something that you have not told someone before challenge, and we get a peek into his issues, but
Which I was mad at, but anyway, that's just me.
I don't see any connection with them. Like, they took a bath together, but have they kissed?
I haven't seen it.
Have they tickled a taint? Like,
No,
I'm not
that's my opinion.
seeing that. And oh God. Anyway, Mazel Tov, wishing the best.
I
Sarah
don't.
and Tim, shut up.
I
Oh my
don't. And that's
God.
just the truth. I do not wish the best for these two because they. This is bad. They are bad. They're just horrible on the screen. You can see
Oh.
the. You can see the uncomfortableness. You can see the walls. You can see all the problems. You can see. You could just see everything with these two, and it's not attractive.
Sorry, it wasn't those two. It was the two boys, Michael and Steven, that we were still talking about. I jumped the gun. Okay, so next up is Sarah and Tim.
Sarah's doing this for the social media.
She is. It just comes across so fraudulent to me.
Comes across,
And I
it comes, yes, because she comes across. I'm like, oh, she, let me. I'm getting roasted on social media. Let me clean up my image real quick.
but apparently they're having intimacy and it seems to be good.
Mm-hmm.
And their friends and family episode was pretty good. I was proud of Tim for that. All right, so
I'm gonna say this
next
though.
uh-huh.
Sarah is fraudulent. Okay, Sarah is
Well,
fraudulent.
she is, but
But
we like that.
I do, but you know what? Likeable for me to a
Mhm.
degree, because here's why. Because she stands for the sisterhood. She's gonna call a thing. She's gonna call a thing, and keep. And I'm like, you know what? You was treating Tim like shit, and I didn't like you for that. But you done stepped up for the sisterhood. You're not gonna let no woman be mistreated. I'm like, you know what? I can ride with that. I can ride with that.
But this is a relationship show, not a sisterhood show.
Right,
And
but she's
she's
more
here
respectful.
more for the girlfriends interaction than she is here for Tim.
But
And I said
but
that when they were having their
right.
problems.
But remember when she said that she hangs out with her girlfriends a lot, blah 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 blah. When he got upset, it affects her mood. But now she has her girls, and she's like riding for her girls. She seems that seems to be her happy spot is her girlfriends. So I think that's part of the reason why her relationship has improved with Tim. That and she's trying to look good for the Instagrams. But Sarah, we can work with you. I'll put it that way. So one of your friends I can work with, and we gonna y'all might have to light her ass up in a little bit. But anyway.
Oh my God. All right. So next up on the couch, they did Lauren and Jonathan.
Okay.
And John had a lot to say.
Now, did y'all anybody get like gangster vibes from John? Because he said,
Hug.
thank you. So when he said, if another man said that about my wife, I went back down. I'm like, oh, but that's code for you got a pistol in your car. Okay, we got you. We see you, John. We see you. John let him know I'm about mine over here. And he told straight up, he's like, you failed her. You let her down. You didn't have her back. And I said this to a couple people I know who watch it as well. I said, my issue with Jonno is I have no respect for him. You fed her the information. You ran that back. So you knew he wasn't joking. So we're going to start. I'm going to go back to that. You knew that. That's why you ran it back to her good friend, Lauren.
He also knew it was disrespectful.
That too. You ran it back to Lauren, her good friend. You know this. You thought she wasn't going to say nothing? So she said, and she told you in the car. She told you at the apartment, at the car, and when y'all got in. I'm about to burn this down. I'm about to spill all the beans, and I'm going to need you to have my back. And you sat there and said, I'm going to have your back. And then you hung her out to dry. And Lauren, shout out to you for handling business. You didn't. You knew your man. You probably knew your man wasn't going to ride for you anyway. She knew that. She's like, this is a test for you. You probably not going to ride for me, so I'm not going to depend on you. So she handled business. But I like the fact that John was like, I got questions for all you other men. How come none of y'all said nothing? I'm like, well. I'm like,
Crickets.
I'm like, oh.
I think Ben said something that didn't make sense.
He did, as usual. That's his MO. So after John flamed Jonno, he went in on the dudes, and it was straight. I was like, oh,
But sidebar, I saw an interview on 9 Now with Lauren. Lauren said that was one of many disturbing things that Jonno had ran back and told her about what Jack was saying about Tori. And she was like, that's it. It's about time this girl knew what her man was saying about her behind her back. So this had built up. This was not just one thing he had said. It's one of many things he said. And that's why Jack was so comfortable dogging out his wife to Jonno.
Exactly.
Before we get to the last douchebag, we forgot poor Lucinda and Timothy.
Here's the thing with these two. I think this is the couple I root for the most. Because you could see the potential in them. I mean, they had. I want to say this. People may disagree with me. Of all of the couples on this show, these two have the most upside. They could do so much. And with him, he showed me a little bit this week, because when she went over to, I know I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but I think it's important. When when she went to him on the couch and she told him, like, hey, this is not good look, blah 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 blah, and he told her, he's like, I have someone, I have respect for you. He's like, no one else could like talk to me this way. He's like, but you can't. I'm like, okay, Timothy, I need you to stay on this track, but I need you to move down the track just a little bit faster. I need you to, because Lucinda is wonderful. Like, she's great, and she's great for him, and he knows it. This is bad to say, but right now, sir, you're all alone in this world. You have no family left. You need to embrace the person who's trying to be there for you. So you don't have to walk out alone.
My thing is, okay, so on the couch, he thinks that she threw him under the bus by saying that she was beginning to doubt if there was going to be a connection between them or a future together, that they might be in the friend zone. And I think, like, this is my opinion, they are perfect together. This is one of the best matches that this show has ever made in years, in all 11 seasons, right? But I think he's a little scared of her, how she can dig into his emotions that he's been burying for so many years. He's scared he's gonna fuck it up. And he's also scared that when they do have sex, that she's going to blow his back out. And that was because she invited him to that tantric sex festival, like the first weekend that they met. And she was hosting it, I think. Like, I think he's scared of her emotionally and sexually, but he has developed a firm respect for her, and she has earned it. And she's earned it with all of these people. Because look at her when she went up to Jack and said, you could do so much better. And she said, I was not with what you said. And I expect so much more of you. And Jack even respects her. Jack, of all people, who don't even like women. He had nothing but nice things to say and took in what she said and listened to it. I don't think he really listens to anybody else on this show, but he'll listen. Jack will listen to Lucinda. Lucinda has formed individual. I think Schillings said it the expert, the blonde hair expert. She's like, Lucinda has formed individual relationships with every single one of these people and earned their respects because when she is speaking with them, she zones in on them and only them.
Mm-hmm.
And when somebody really like puts their 100% focus on you, it gives you the feels. It does, and Tim, just get your back blown out. Just get your back blown out.
I love the fact that they went to the strip club though. That was
Shit.
I had money, I had tits and ass in my face, and I loved it. I was like how you that's what I'll talk to Tim. Come on now, like I
Tim
mean,
took her to where he felt at home. He's
right?
a dirty old man. But then, he feels this betrayal on the couch. He goes back to the sectional where all the couples sit, and she asks him, is he okay? And he's like, don't fucking talk to me. And John heard it. John heard it and said, we know we struck a nerve, but settle down, son. Jaden also heard it, and he decided he is Lucinda's champion. Okay, so like I said, all of these people in this experiment really like Lucinda. Jaden feels protective of her, but why you ain't feel protective of Tori? Huh? What is it because Lucinda's older and it's a maternal thing? If it is, I'm gonna be okay with that. But I didn't hear you going over to Tori and saying, yo, as one man bun, I could say this other man bun, he ain't no good. But you didn't do that. So that's why I'm discounting you, Jaden.
Because he don't like Tori.
Well, that could be it too. Damn, I gotta give him back. I gotta undiscount him now.
I don't think he likes Tori. I don't think any honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think any of them like Tori, which is why they didn't say anything.
True. Ugh. Anyway, here she go. Tori and Man Bun Jackalope Jack. They get on the couch and John calls him out, but 2 Shillings says to her, how are you feeling when you're hearing that Jack told one of the guys that if intimacy or wife swap week come up and he hasn't fucked you yet, that someone else can fuck you? It's okay. He has his permission. How do you feel about that? She's like, no, that's fine. And so then 2 Shillings had to drill down into her and say, so wait, you think it's okay for your husband to serve you up on a platter to another man to have sex with? And then all of a sudden, well, when you say it like that, it makes me physically ill.
Right.
So when it was said the first way, it was okay. Tori, shut all the way up. Shut up. Shut up. Because you're irritating.
Why is she the most basic looking one on the whole stage all the time? She irks me.
Oh my God. Crazy Cat Mama says, good afternoon, Debbie and Jamal. I'm going to need this live to last for about 3 hours today. Please and thank you. LOL. Sorry. We've got a hard stop at 3 or 12 noon if you're on the East Coast. And Tracy says Jada needs to have several seats though. Boosicles don't need a mouthpiece. She needs an attitude adjustment and some self-esteem, girl. Yes, she does.
For sure.
And a better plastic surgeon so that she could go braless. I'm just saying. Okay, so let's get to the highlights of Family Week. Let's just call a thing a thing. Lucinda and Timothy wound up in separate rooms because he was pissed and wasn't hearing anything that she had to say. They meet up with her mom and dad and 2 of his close friends, a married couple, I think. And they immediately realize that there's trouble in paradise. His friend, the lady, looked like she was gonna cry because she was like, I had so much hope for this. I want him to be happy. He deserves it. He's gone through so much. And Lucinda seems like a doll. And her dad, Michael, was just like, you got all these walls, these walls, these walls. You're a brick. You're so boring. Aren't you ever going to stop saying, that you're complaining? Like, get your tits out of a twist and take your thumb out your bum and have a one night stand with Lucinda.
Just give it a try. Who knows?
Yeah. And Tim had a laugh. He broke through to Tim. Thank God, because Tim came into that meetup. Remember, she said, how do you want to handle this? And he said, walk through the damn door. He wasn't having anything to do with her. And by the time he left there, he had basically, the nut was cracked and he was good with Lucinda. He needs a swift kick in the ass. So as much patience as he needs from his partner, he does need a swift kick in the ass. Anywho, that was them. Then we saw Lauren and Jonno hashing it out and her trying to explain to him, you put your relationship with the guys in front of your relationship with me. And I need to know in a partner that he's going to rock with me and have my back. Because she said at that dinner party, remember she said, one of her parting shots to him, who the fuck is going to suck your dick tonight? Is it going to be Jack? And as crude and crass as it was, she had a point. You going home with this woman. So I think he finally gets it. But for me, personally, this would be a little too late.
Yeah, like he's still okay. That apology though, he apologized to Jack. I was like, you know what? Next, get off my screen. Get off my screen.
That
Next.
infuriated John. John was like, why exactly are you apologizing to them? He's like, oh, it's her birthday. And, because of what I said, it upset them and their relationship. What about your relationship, Bubble? This is how I know he ain't interested in Lauren. Because he was overly concerned about Ellie, too.
He sure was. He was right there. I was like, oh, okay.
And next up, it wasn't really a family thing, but Tweedledee and Tweedledum, Tori and Jack, they decide that they're going for matching tattoos. And the only thing that came to my head was he decided to get his tattoo on his inner thigh. And I was like, how the tattoo artist getting closer to his dick than she is?
Right.
And that was the summation of that interaction.
I said the same thing, and the exact same thing.
Yep. And we also find out in part 1 of the Friends and Family week that Ben disappeared the day after the commitment ceremony. Disappeared and left Ellie there wondering what was going on, especially since he had sent her this package with pictures from their wedding and wrote something to her about the aisle and he's gonna be there, but ran away. Like, boy, just stay gone. So then we head back to the Skylofts, and Tori's best friend from the wedding that said that she could smell something was off with Jack and it wasn't his cologne came over and she started going in. Production had told her about the muzzle your woman comment. She was going in, and then Jack gave her a box of Cadbury chocolates, and all of a sudden he was right as rain. The fuck, girl? You had to bring out fat girl energy by getting conned by a box of chocolates. I know they're Cadbury's. and they're the Cadbury roses, I think. So those are super yummy. Those are only international. They're
But but
super good.
but she's supposed
Super.
to sit down. She's supposed to say thank you, sit that box aside. Now back to me roasting you real quick. She got
Exactly.
yes,
But
that's the
instead,
thing.
he hustled her ass out of there.
Sure did.
And I was just like, are we for real? Are we for real? Anyway, so the old couples are doing friends and family. The new couples have to go through all the intimacy, picture matching or ranking and letters. And this is where Ridge and Jade tells him about what happened when she got pregnant when she was 18 or 19, and the guy cheated on her while she was pregnant, and how she did not enjoy being pregnant because she was so busy being angry at her child's father. And it kind of ruined her pregnancy for her, but it also brought her a lot of responsibility, and it was hard, but her child is the best thing that ever happened to her. And he's all over her. I could not have somebody so clingy on me. But he loved it. He loved it. He understood it. He took it in well. He handles her really well. I hope they stay together. I do. I really do. The next night, Ben returns and he has a song. And then when the cameras go, he sit down and has a bullet point list of all the things he don't like about Ellie, including she wear makeup and she's too needy and emotional. And I was like, wait, she wear a lot of makeup? Have you seen some of the bitches at these tables?
Right?
She's the most natural one there. She's the only one who don't have no false eyelashes on. Like, what are you talking about? Like, just say you don't like her and you want to go. Like, I don't even know what to say. But there was like lots of images of him ironing clothes, saying that him and Ellie are, gonna develop their relationship. And Ellie is like, who is he? I can't. They're in separate rooms, by the way. She must have kicked him out about 3 times already within the few weeks they've been there. The next couple to do a friends and family is Sarah and Tim, and his best man is there along with one of her friends, and the best man just is being annoying and going in on telling her to relax. And finally Tim steps up and tells him, calm down with the relax, stop saying it. And Sarah was like, wow. So again, it seems like she has forged a really good fake connection with him, and Tim's buying it. Jade and Ridge also go through each other's phones. She goes looking for dating apps, which he's deleted before he came on the show.
Exactly.
Good boy. Let's see. Then there is Andrea and Richard. Her best friend and his daughter come for lunch. And basically, he starts crying because Andrea is no longer attracted to him, which means she's not giving him sex anymore. He is upset at her because he feels that she's not trying because she went and had a 3-hour conversation with her girlfriends, but she needed to talk out the foolishness that he was not getting when she was talking to him, which led to another argument. And he's just focusing on the sex. She's focusing on an emotional need that she wants from him, but I don't know if he's capable of giving it to her.
Agreed. Like, how are you?
So this couple could go home.
My thing is, how are you mad at her for talking to her girlfriends when you're not understanding? You are 60 years old, sir.
I didn't get that. I didn't get that at all. He was mad at her because she they had just finished fighting. It seems like their fights are prolonged. So she
Right.
went and had a conversation with her girlfriends.
Which
And
is which
he
she should.
said, but he said that by her going and having that conversation, she wasn't trying with him. I didn't get that, Richard.
Sir, she went to her friend. She went to her friend so she didn't cuss you out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that
Oh,
is.
this is the list that Ben gave her. Didn't like that she wears makeup, didn't like that she was 32 and he was 39. He thinks that there's a generational gap. Didn't like that she was from the Gold Coast, didn't like that she was sensitive and emotional, didn't like that there was no good conversation from her. Ben, go back on tour. Go back
Exactly.
on tour. But that was it for the friends and family and the catch up for the new couples. Then we go into the dinner party. And Jaden wants to have a talk with Lucinda to protect her. Tori wants to attack everybody at the table. There are microaggressions towards Cassie that I'm not feeling, because first Sarah and then Tori. Back down. Stop it. But then again, Cassandra gonna sit there and kill you with a smile anyway.
Right.
Um, all of the boys start coming after the boys, and some of the girls start coming after Timothy. And as the narrator said, the old bull is ready for him. But then Lucinda calms down the old bull, and he appreciates her even more. It was a wonderful dinner party. Anything you want to hit on first?
I think everything kind of flowed together for the most part.
Wait,
So go
what were
ahead.
your thoughts? Because Ellie and Ben arrived separately. So they let Ellie come first to tell the whole group why she came in alone. And then when he came in, everybody was like, oh,
Hmm. They all stopped talking.
it
But
was
see,
so
but
uncomfortable.
they've been calling him out for a minute, so they don't like him no way.
Mm-hmm. Because they see what he's doing. Um, let's see. Jaden did pull aside Lucinda. And Lucinda said, it's fine. We had a really good day yesterday. We had a breakthrough. We're doing well. It is a slow burn. Even Lucinda is saying that now. So I'm just like, once she said that,
Right. Drop
he
it.
should have just backed off. That's all I had to say about that. But Tim wasn't going to back down from that. Tim went into the dinner and was just like, what up? What up, Jaden? I don't need to hear anything from you. You basically haven't lived life. He told him that, I think he said, you're nothing or
You have
something like
nothing.
that.
You
You have
have
nothing.
nothing.
And I understand what he was saying. He hasn't lived life yet, but it came out a little bit sideways.
Right.
But
Right. It did.
Tori decided to latch on to that so that she could attack Timothy. And I'm just like, girl, do you like it? With your lopsided boobicles? Do you like it? But anyway, she was like, how dare you say something like that to him? You're telling him that he has nothing. And he was like, that's funny. Because when your man said to another woman at this table to be muzzled, I didn't hear you saying nothing. She was like, mouth shut. Mouth shut.
And
But he did bang on the table, which kind of
right.
startled everybody. Oof.
But then the expert sided with him on that one. They're like, well, he has a point.
Mm-hmm. But then Tori, she was like, she started up the argument again with Tim after he was finished with Jaden. He got rid of Jaden, swatted him down. Steven actually said to Lucinda, are you happy being with Tim? And she said, yes. And he said, that's all that matters. Nothing else that anyone else has to say matters. And so she felt good about herself. It seemed like they changed chairs, so he got away from Jaden and went further down the table. But then Tori decides, I'm going to try to pick this up again. And she
Right.
goes, look at your smug, your smug smirk or something like that. She said, you're so smug with that smirk on your face. Cassie heard it, and Cassie said, you're saying that he's smug, but that's just his face. And Tori saying, don't tell me what I said. And then in her confessional, she's like, don't come for the top tier because you're down at the bottom. What? What?
Oh, she stayed looking raggedy, but never mind. With your top
The
tier.
way how some of these women speak to Cassandra really irritates me. But Cassie was holding her ground with a big old smile on her face saying, that's what you said. And Tori's there fretting, don't tell me what I said. Oh,
Right.
don't tell me what I said. Girl, go spin out. Go spin out. She is just so worthless on this show. And I cannot wait until you walk in and find him sleeping with someone else in your bed.
Exactly. And I hope it's Lauren.
I hope it's a dude. I hope it's Jonathan.
So messy.
Oh my God. Okay, so let's see. We've got a couple more minutes. Guys, what questions do you have? What do you want to say? I know we've been ignoring the chat, but we've been trying to get through all 4 episodes. So let's see. Jada needs to have several seats. Boopsicles don't need a mouthpiece. She needs an attitude adjustment and some self-esteem. Girl, yes. Love to see Timothy smiling again. His friends were awesome too. Yes, they were, because they want the best for him.
Yep.
Don't get your tits in a tangle. Yes, and take your thumb out. Oh, awesome. John wouldn't even look at Jack when him and Tori were on the couch. Tori was just blinded by the BS from this dude. Yuck. No, she is insecure and has no self-esteem, and she wants this man and he don't want her, and she can't see it. I thought the same. I gotta say, I love their apartments. All the scenery. I want to go to Australia now. It looks so pretty because they moved to a new Skyloft. This is a newer one. For years, they were in the old Skyloft in those studio apartments, but now they have like one bedrooms with a den. I think Lucinda has a 2-bedroom unit because she's given Timothy his man cave so he could be in there by himself and do all of his little man things. Yeah, these are larger apartment units in the new Skylofts. So this place is awesome. Love it. Don't come after my Timothy, LOL. I'm so wet for him. Sorry. Oh my God, Tracy. For real? With all them tattoos? But Lucinda said he got boosicles too. I don't know. If he has a hairy bum, I can't do it. But otherwise, he's cute. Delusional. Okay. I was thinking due to too many man buns. Yes. Y'all know my opinion about men having longer hair than me. It ain't gonna fly. Cut it. Hey, they did say this was a new building. Yeah. Yep. I'm not a fan of Tori. She has no self-respect. No, couldn't have said it better, Farmata. Couldn't have said it better. No self-respect. And as much as she came on here saying that she was an alpha, get the fuck out of here. Girl, I would like to see her come up against Tim trying to get his money from her job in the real world. Tim will wipe the table with you. I like the dad bod for a white guy. He does it for me. You know what? I think it would be his sense of humor that would do it for me. It would be his sense of humor. Do we know if he has nipple rings? Because with all of those tattoos, if he had nipple rings, that might be something good for me. That'd be a bonus.
Oh my God, y'all are a mess.
Or even a Prince Albert. That would be a bonus. Then he would be a rock star for me. But yeah, I think we got through all 4 episodes. Jamal, did we miss anything?
So sorry. No, we got everything. But love the experts as always. No one's escaping. No
I
one.
think this year they are stepping it up. I'm just a little irritated regarding that slip up with the edit where Jack did say in Alessandra's group session that
Right.
he is not sexually attracted to Tori.
I think that was for context. I
But
think that
why
was
not bring it up again when they ask him? Because Alessandra heard it.
right.
It just doesn't make sense with the edit. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Like why put that edit in and then not address it on the couch? It make no. I know exactly what you're saying.
There's little things that we can let slide, but something like that is not making sense to me. Um, yeah, he's the full package for me with the sense of humor, in my opinion. Oof, girl, we might have to fight for him, and then Lucinda will smack both of us down. What are you kidding? She knows tantric sex. I don't know about you, but I don't. So he's gonna go with her. God. I am going to make a thumbnail next week, and I'm going to start Xing off the couples that have been eliminated, and then we will put checks on the ones that Jamal and I feel need to go. It might be a really messy chart. But
Right.
we need to get through it. We need to eliminate some of these couples because so far only 2 have gone. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. We're up to episode 20 and only 2 have gone. What's happening
And
here?
we do know they sent someone home, so I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, but it might be too late.
Shut up! You said it might be too late.
What do you guys use for the thumbnail edits? Oh, I use Canva. I'm kind of boring. Oh, thank you, Farmata. Thank you. Yeah, Canva is easy to use. It's free. You can upgrade to a pro package, but the free part you get access to a lot of the program. Just go to canva.com. Do they really do a swap episode? Yes. In years past, they have done a spouse swap. This year, I don't know. They could, I mean, Jack is looking forward to it too much. Maybe the expert's gonna switch it up and say, bitch, stay with your person because you ain't had sex with her. You use Canva too? Oh, because we upgraded. What's the package that we have on Canva? Is it the professional package?
Let me double check. I can tell you.
Is it?
Let's see.
Because there's a couple of different options that you can upgrade to.
I'm trying to see. Is it the business or the? I'm trying to find it for you. Give me 2 seconds. I can tell you.
The plans and here go plans and pricing. We have pro.
Pro. That's what it is.
We have pro. My printer company has the Teams package because that's how we were able to link up, and they were able to get the design for the programs for my mom. That makes sense. I might consider it. Yeah, it does allow you to do a lot of things like delete the background, change up colors, animation. Like it opens up a lot of stuff with regards to pictures, frames, artwork, things like that. So yeah, I can say that it does allow you a lot more creativity with that pro package. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
we have way more flexibility with the pro package. I will say that.
And you could even loop in music on it. You can make videos. There's so much more that you can do besides thumbnails. You can do like resumes, you can do videos, presentations, whiteboards, logos. If you're a small business owner and can't afford a graphic artist, this is a great place for you if you're starting off.
Yes.
So again, a little bit of investment can save you a lot of money if you're just starting your own business.
And YouTube has like a lot of Canva like do-it-yourself videos.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Thank you. All right, Jamal has to go. Jamal, you have 2 minutes. So,
Mm-hmm.
guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Seeking Sister Wife starts on the 4th.
Right?
Is that
Oh.
Monday? Is that Monday? I think that's
Okay. I
Monday.
think that's Monday. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, guys, remember Monday. Take your notes because, bitch, we gonna be here on Thursday. We'll do Prison
Oh,
Brides and Seeking Sister Wives. Get yourselves ready.
because Danielle and Garrick are back. Oh, I can't believe they're back.
They are like cockroaches. We are never gonna get rid of them.
No. Oh, but I'm gonna say it right now. If Danielle spends the whole season crying, I'm gonna be like, y'all can get them off my TV.
Why?
Because
It's
her
expected.
crying is old. Because like after she broke down in the judge at the courtroom, I'm like, okay, I feel sympathy for you a little bit, but then I don't.
Listen, she has messed up every single one of his relationships. All of her
Right?
tears. She needs to just continue doing what she's doing, derailing every single one of his relationships. Garrett is gross. The Daniel storyline. Who's Daniel? Which one is Daniel? Farmata, are you able to watch Seeking Sister Wives? If not, look for it on Daily Motion the day after. Because I think you'd be very interested in it. You're interested in most of our trash that we look at. Oh my God. All right. So Jamal has to go. So everybody have a one. Oh, Danielle, I'll find the episode online. Thank you, Farmata. We love your feedback in here. Tracy, you're my comic relief. And sometimes I think you're reading my mind, which is kind of scary. So guys, have a great weekend. Hi to everybody on the replay crew. For those new subscribers, thank you for joining the tribe. And if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Jamal, any final thoughts?
We are good to go. Seeking, like I said, Seeking Sister Wives on Monday. Can't wait.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna be here for it.
All right, y'all. Love everybody.
Love you
Have a
guys.
great weekend.
All right,
Bye.
bye.